welcome to your 60-minute chair yoga class. I'm Rebecca. Thanks for joining me. Today for our practice, we'll be using a chair. All of our movements will be done either seated or standing with the chair for balance. We will do another class another day with an option to be on the floor for some deeper stretching. You will not need any further props. Please make sure that the chair you choose is firm in the seat and has a straight back rather than using an armchair, which will cause slouching. We'll begin with a nice neutral seat. Make sure that your ankles are aligned under your knees. Your feet are hips width apart, parallel to each other, all your toes pointed forward. Picture your belly button, draw it both in and up, and you should feel a lift and your spine gets straighter. Soften your shoulders down your back. Draw your shoulder blades just slightly together to keep an open space across your heart. Bring your hands gently to your thighs. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out your mouth. Do it again. Begin to relax. Inhale. Exhale, soften. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Dip your head. Begin to feel the weight of your head. Begin to feel the opening from the top of your left shoulder up underneath your left ear. Option to begin to rotate your chin down if that creates a better stretch for you. Option to roll your chin up if that taps into the tightest muscles at the side of your neck. Notice if you begin to shift through your core, if you're slouching, find that engagement, belly button up and in, sit tall. Inhale through center. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Continue to use your slow, deep breaths to soften your body. Inhales. Exhales, release the weight of your head closer to your shoulder. Same thing here, you can rotate down or rotate up, moving slowly and gently, finding your stretch today. Inhale back through center. Exhale, chin to the right, turn your gaze to the right. Again, through your belly button, lift up, grow tall out the crown of your head. Make your longest spine to turn around, finding a twist through your neck. Inhale gently back to center. Exhale to the left. Notice if you lean forward or back here. Notice if your knees knock in or fall out. Sit easy, comfortable in your low body, but still strong and balanced. Inhale back to center. Again, exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Notice right away if you are already opening up, if you feel deeper in your stretch, or if you're meeting resistance, tension. Inhale through center. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Excuse me. It's not a question of whether or not you're opening up, only tapping into some knowledge about your body. Inhale back through center. Exhale, chin to the right. Slow, steady breaths. Inhale through center. Exhale, left. Inhale back through center. Exhale, chin to chest this time. Let your head fall heavy forward. Avoid rounding through your shoulders. Re-engage that movement of shoulder blades together behind you, shoulder heads down your spine. Stretching the back of the neck from between your shoulder blades up to the base of your skull. Inhale, lift your chin back to neutral. Exhale, breath. Nice work. Slide your hands a little bit forward towards your knees for seated cow-cats. Inhale, cow pose, stick your belly forward and up, roll your shoulders back, open your heart, lift your chin. Stay here and breathe. Seated cow, remember it's like a cow pose on your hands and knees. Imagine your heavy belly coming to the earth. Take an inhale here. Exhale, seated cat, round in. If you were on your hands and knees, this would be like a Halloween cat arching up. Roll back, let your shoulders hunch forward. 2 more times. Inhale, seated cow. Lift, make a C curve in your spine. Exhale, seated cat. Round, flex your spine the other way. Again, inhale, seated cow. Lift, lift, lift. Open your throat. Exhale, seated cat. Roll back, tuck your chin. Inhale, back to neutral spine. Exhale, soften your shoulders down. Inhale, shoulder shrug. Squeeze your shoulders up to your earlobes. Exhale, press down actively. Press lower. 2 more. Inhale, shrug up. Re-engage your core. Stay tall. Exhale, press down. Last time now. Inhale, shrug. Exhale, press down. Beautiful. Inhale your right arm out like half of a capital T. Exhale across your body. Use your left hand to support at your right elbow. You can leave your right hand hanging out in space or fold your elbow. Bring your right hand to your left shoulder. Soften both your shoulders down. Lift through your core. Lift your heart up into the crook of your elbow. And add a little more very gentle pressure to your elbow, creating a shoulder and a tricep stretch along the back of your arm. Nice. Inhale, open up to your half a T. Exhale, bend your elbow palm to the top of your head, back of your head, maybe at your neck or even between your shoulder blades. Opposite hand comes under or over, whatever's most comfortable for you. Roll your shoulder, open your elbow more to the right side of the room. Wherever your palm is, crawl it down 1/2 inch. Find a little intensity in this pose. Always avoid pain. Back out if it hurts. Take an inhale. Exhale, release this side. Other side, inhale, left arm out. Exhale across your body. Find your support and your variation. Palm hangs or hand to shoulder. Continue to sit tall, even lift through the crown of your head, gaze straight ahead rather than lifting your chin or dropping it down. Use your right hand to gently and actively maintain the stretch. Keep drawing your elbow in. Inhale, open up. Exhale, bend your left elbow, palm to the top of your head, back of your head, neck, or even shoulder. Right hand for support under or over. It might look different on this side. Accommodate your differences left to right. Lift your heart up, roll your shoulders down, roll your elbow out, pointing to the left as far as you can manage. Lift through your core. Inhale. Exhale, release, palms back to your lap. Inhale, shoulder shrug, squeeze up. Exhale, release, soften down. Nice, bring your arms to your side, shine your palms forward, activate through your fingers, spread them wide. Inhale, arms up overhead, connect your palms. Exhale, thumbs to heart, keep your elbows lifted. 2 more shoulder circles. Inhale, sweep up, breathe to the top. Exhale, slow and steady, thumbs to heart. Once more, inhale, sweep, reach without shrugging your shoulders. Exhale, thumbs down, shoulders down, elbows high. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lift your chin slightly, point your gaze to where the ceiling meets the wall in front of you. Then begin to lift your pinkies up, your chin up, your heart up. Touch your thumbs to your heart space. Feel it lift. Create a back bend behind your heart here. Beautiful. Inhale, slowly lower your pinkies, your gaze back to neutral. Exhale, palms to your left. For swimmers, bring your right arm to your side. Inhale your arm forward to the top. Exhale, open slightly, reach back. A little twist now. Inhale, open, breathe to the top. Slow, controlled exhale, reach back and down. Once more, inhale, up. Exhale, back, switch sides. Inhale, left arm to the top. Keep sitting tall, reach tall. Exhale, open behind you. Inhale up. Exhale back. Last time, inhale up. Exhale to the back. Hands to your lap. Breath in. Breath out. Moving into the spine, bring your left hand to your right knee. Bring your right palm behind you, press it to the chair seat. Inhale, lift, press your palm down, lift your crown. Exhale, twist to the right. Right away, check in with your knees. Make sure they're parallel, neither knocking in nor out. Press your right knee into your left hand to leverage the twist. Feel how your hips square forward, your shoulders begin to square to the side of the room. Inhale, lift through your crown, draw your core in. Exhale, open your right shoulder a little more. Option to turn your chin toward your right shoulder, twist through your neck. Inhale, gently, gently unwind, switch sides, right hand to left knee, left palm to the chair seat behind you. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist left. Do that again. Inhale, taller. Exhale, twist more. Press into your feet, press into your hips to grow tall out your crown. Twisting around the longest spine you can make with your strength. Begin to turn your chin if that feels okay. Matching your variation from the first side. Inhale, gently unravel back to center. Exhale, breath. Into the hips. There are two options here. Right ankle can come over your right knee, a seated figure 4, or you can bring your right knee into your chest, compress the front of your hip. For this variation, interlace your hands in front of your shin or behind. For this variation, bring one hand to support at your left ankle, right hand to your right knee. You can press down to complement gravity, create a deeper stretch, or support underneath if the pull of gravity feels like too much. In either variation, sit nice and tall. If you're going knee to heart, sit a little taller yet and pull your knee closer to your heart space. In both variations, flex your right toes back a little bit, just so we avoid over-lengthening across the shin. Breathe slow and steady. Notice if you're distracted from your breath, come back to it in these moments of stillness. Soften always around the resistance you feel. Nice. Take an inhale. Exhale, release, uncross your ankle. Opposite side, you can do the same or a different variation here. Ankle at knee or knee into heart. Set up your variation by engaging, lifting through your core. Remember, button in for strength, up for lift. And then with your hand under your knee, over your knee, around your shin or behind your thigh. Find something you can stay with, something you can breathe into. Slow and steady inhales and exhales. Maybe inhale through your nose, exhale out your nose. Option to exhale out your mouth, more of a relaxing breath. One more inhale here. Exhale, release your variation. Plant your left foot, realign, ankle under knee. Extend your right leg long. Knees soft, toes flex back. Make sure your toes point up rather than rolling to the sides. Inhale, breath, tall, tall, tall. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Keep your spine as flat as you can as you lower down. Imagine you're resting your belly on your thigh. You may not get that deep. Focus more instead on reaching forward, gaze in front of your toes, pull your shoulder blades together down your back towards your hips. Complement the flat spine by activating your shoulder blades. As you deepen in, let your knees soften more. We're working to stretch through the hamstring, the back of the right leg, and also lengthen the low back from your tailbone up to your waistband. Hands to thighs. Inhale, gently press yourself up to a seat. Exhale, bend your knee. Plant your right foot. Always double check your alignment, knee under ankle. Left leg long now, same as before. Soft knee, flexed toes. Inhale, taller, use your core. Exhale, fold. Begin to stretch forward. Imagine you are reaching your heart toward your toes. Toes flex back toward your heart. Check in. Are you rolling your toes in or out? Are you engaging so strongly that you begin to straighten your left knee? Disengage. Let it be soft. Focus on the hamstring and low back stretch instead. Beautiful work. Inhale, gently press yourself back up. Exhale, bend your knee. Now we'll move into a seated horse. Rotate your feet out and open your knees wide. When we move into this position, often we begin to tilt in our pelvis here. So double check you've got your tailbone tucked under you, that you're really seated, rooted firmly into your seat. Knees are open, toes point in the same direction. Avoid either rotating out in your feet or rotating in. Again, knees and toes in the same direction. Then bring your hands inside your knees. Complement the natural inner leg line stretch with a gentle pressure, palms into your knees. Keep sitting up tall through your spine, keeping your core strong the whole time. If you feel like you need a little more engagement, as you press your hands out, press your knees back in, use a little muscle strength to create more resistance, to create more stretch. Notice if you get tense in your shoulders here, soften there, stay engaged through your palms. Inhale. Exhale, disengage, keep your knees wide. Bring your hands outside your knees now. Activate your strength, press your knees open. Now less of a stretch, more of a strengthening exercise. Create more resistance by pressing your palms into your knees. You might even feel the weight of your legs roll into the pinky toe edges of your feet. Your inner arches might lift. That is fine here. Stay as strong as you can. Inhale. Exhale, disengage. Now make sure you are planted on your feet equally, all four corners. Ball mound beneath your big toe is pressed back into the earth. For temple pose, bring your left hand inside your knee, palm shine forward. Inhale your right arm up high. Exhale, willow over. Imagine you have a ginormous beach ball between your two palms. Think of lifting your right elbow up. And think of rolling your heart up to the sky to avoid collapsing down. Use your deep, slow breaths to open up through your right ribs, the expansion here in those intercostal muscles. Nice. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right arm inside your right knee, palm forward. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, willow over, side body stretch. Notice if you hunch your shoulder up to your left ear, soften your shoulder down, lift your elbow more, create more space from the top of your hip up into your armpit. Maybe turn your gaze up, definitely roll your heart up, feel the stretch. Nice. Inhale, lift your left arm. Exhale, release down. We'll add a twist, hands to your knees now for support. Inhale, taller. Exhale, dip right shoulder to left knee. It's a twist. You'll lean forward about 45 degrees. Keep pressing your knees open. Lengthen out the crown and out your tailbone here. Roll around that long spine. Roll your heart up. Maybe your gaze goes up. Inhale through center. Exhale to the right. Same as before. Lengthen out your tailbone. Lengthen out your crown. Flatten your spine and twist. Follow your exhales into the breath and into the twist. Turn your gaze if that feels right. Inhale through center once more, each side. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale here, soften tension out of your back. Toe heel your feet back to neutral, feet parallel, ankles underneath. We're going to work into some core strengthening here. Better than doing sit-ups, we'll do them seated on our chair. Grab the sides of your chairs with some firm hands. Remember to stay tall the whole time. We'll start with knee lifts on the right. Take an inhale. Exhale, squeeze your right knee into your chest. Imagine you're doing it from your core. Lower down. Exhale, squeeze it up. Inhale, lower slowly. Exhale, squeeze. Sit taller. Make your heart farther from your knee. Lower. Exhale, squeeze. And down. One more. Squeeze. And release. Other side. Inhale first. Exhale, left knee. Squeeze it in. And down. And squeeze from your core. And down. Soften your jaw. Squeeze in your belly. Here's four. Nice. Just one more of these. And release. Now right leg long, toes flex back, knees soft, leg lifts. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Maybe knees come parallel, lower down. Exhale, lift from your core. Even a couple inches off the floor is great. Soft knee as you lift. This is 3. And down. 4. Release. Number 5. You did it. Bend your knee now. Plant your foot. Left side long. Inhale. Exhale. Leg lift and lower. And lift and lower. Squeeze it up. Release. Squeeze. Down. Last one. Up. And bend your knee. Plant your foot. Hip lifts now. They don't have to come up off the chair. Just imagine squeezing your core, even lifting the floor of your pelvis up. That engagement is what we need. You don't have to see any space between your hips and the chair. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze it up. Nice. Lower down. Use less arms, more core strength. Squeeze up and down. Just one more. You can do it. Squeeze and release. Nice. Now that we're warm through the center, we'll come to standing and use that core strength to help support us. Stand behind your chair now. Make an adjustment for the furniture around you if necessary. Come back to your neutral stance. Feet hips width, toes forward. Be a little soft in your knees even as you stand. Tuck your tailbone down, not under, not a slouch, but straight down. Your hip tips here where you might rest a baby if you were carrying one around. Those tip a little bit up so your pelvis is neutral. You'll need your core strength. Keep it engaged as we keep this neutral spine. Take an inhale, breath, calf raises. Exhale, squeeze up onto your toes. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, squeeze up and lower. Hands light on the chair. Squeeze up, lower down. Use your calves, contract and down. Last lift and lower. Right here, squats. Send your tailbone way back. Find a little lean forward. Imagine you're working your knees over your ankles. Take an inhale. Exhale, squat way back. Weight in your heels. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, squat back. Option to take the chair out. Stand tall. Squat back and squeeze up. This is for your glutes and quads. Get low and up. That was number 4. Just this one. Number 5 and done. Now to your horse legs. So turn your toes out, bend your knees, align your knees over your ankles as best you can, and double check that knees and toes are pointing in the same direction, like we did in our chair, now standing, using the chair for stability. Now lift up out of the squat, straighten your knees. Calf raises right here. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift your heels. You won't get as high. Lower down. Nice work. Lift and lower. Strong core, shoulders over hips. Lift up, lower down. Avoid the sway. Lift and lower. Once more. Up and down. Now into the squats here, like a plie from ballet class. Take an inhale. Exhale, squat low, knees over ankles. Inhale, squeeze your inner thighs to stand. Get low. Squeeze up. Tailbone straight down. Hips do not go back in this variation. Straight down and up. Shoulders over hips last time. Open and squeeze. Nice. Now stand on your right foot. Cross your left foot behind. We're going to make a curtsy shape. You may have pinky toe to pinky toe, feet very close. You may step your left foot further back. You can have your left heel rooted or be on the ball of your left foot. Find something that feels comfortable, natural, and that allows you to square your hips forward. Squeeze your inner thighs. Calf raises here. Take an inhale. Exhale, squeeze up and lower down. And squeeze up and lower. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. Number 4, I think. Number 5, awesome. Stay right where you are. Right hand on the chair. Inhale your left arm up like we did before. Side body stretch. Lean over. Less reaching through your fingers, more lifting the elbow. Roll your heart up. Gaze can go up into your elbow crook toward the ceiling. Let your hips drift to the left as you reach to the right. Nice. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, left hand back to the chair. Little curtsy squats right here. Tailbone straight down, hip tips up, hips stay right under your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, squat down. Inhale, up. And squat and stand. Working more into the side now, the IT band. Number 4, and lift. Number 5, and lift. Next. Now we'll switch. Left foot down, right foot behind. Same as the first side. You can stand very close, pinky toes to pinky toes. Step further back. You can be right heel down or on the ball mound of your foot. Get starting with squeeze up, squeeze tall, down. Lift, lower, lift, lower. One more, up and down. And now we find the stretch. Bring your left hand down, inhale, right arm high. Exhale, willow over, hips drift right, fingers reach left, elbow reaches higher. Soft through your elbows, soft in your hand, just let your fingers dangle. Notice if you collapse down in your shoulder like this, roll it open instead, heart up, maybe gaze up. Inhale, tall. Exhale, release. Now our little squats, inhale. Exhale, squat down. Squeeze up. Squat down. Squeeze up. Keep squeezing your inner thighs. That's 3. Here's 4. Stay with me. And 5. Awesome work. Now we're going to stand with our left foot back, as far back as you can step and still reach the chair. We're going to do scissors. You're going to go right leg out and then across. So it's outer thigh, inner thigh, using the balance of the muscles. So it's inhale, squeeze up. Exhale, squeeze across. Inhale, up. Exhale, squeeze. Don't have to lift very high. Squeeze. Lift as high as you want. Squeeze. Here's number 5. Squeeze across and release. Plant your right foot down. Same on the left. Scissors and across. Inhale, up. Exhale, cross. Inhale, up. Exhale, squeeze. Take it from the thighs, not the hips. Squeeze your inner thigh out and squeeze. And 5. Across. Great. Now we'll come back into the chair. We'll find a little relief from holding our body weight up, but we'll move into some intense upper body postures. First of all, let's release through our ankles. Interlace a basket grip beneath your right leg. Lift your ankle up off the floor. Let your toes come off the earth and roll into your ankle. Roll one way, roll the other. Windshield wiper back and forth. Point and flex your foot. Curl your toes and spread them wide. Then plant down. Switch. Grip under your left leg. Lift and work into your ankle here a little bit. Go both directions. Back and forth, long and flex, curl your toes. Nice, plant your foot down. Shine your palm forward, fingers down, starting on the right. Left hand takes your right fingers and gently pulls back, create a wrist stretch. Right shoulder back into your socket, right elbow soft, just working across the wrist here. Take an inhale. Exhale, flip your hand over. Press the back of your hand like you're going to curl your fingertips up into your wrist crease. Not that you're trying to touch, but you see where you're going. Create the stretch across the back of your wrist. Nice. Inhale your palm forward, fingertips up now. Find a little wave. You might make it bigger and bigger, finding full rotation in the bones of your upper arm. You might stay with a small movement, explore the wrist bones. Take an inhale. Exhale down. Switch sides, left palm forward, fingers down, gentle pressure back. Pull your shoulder into its socket, soften your elbow. Feel how when you create alignment through your shoulder and arm, you probably automatically engage your core and get tall through your spine. Take an inhale. Exhale, flip your hand over, press gently on the back. Gently but definitely create a real sense of pressure to create a real stretch. Nice. Inhale, palm forward, fingers up. Find your wave. Little bit bigger. What feels good today? Nice. Take an inhale. Exhale, release down. Now into those big upper body movements. We'll start with eagle arms. So you're going to bring your right elbow under your left. Start by creating just a big fat X. Avoid crossing at your forearms. Cross as close to your elbows as you can. Then begin to bring your hands closer together. You may not get very far. You may actually touch the backs of your hands. You may cross at the wrists. Work palm toward palm. Find your variation today. This is for the shoulders. You're probably feeling it already. Check that your shoulders are actually rolled down your back to avoid too much stretch. Think of lifting your heart up into the elbows. That will help create that softness behind you. Then lift your elbows as much as you want to feel the stretch. Lower them as much as you need to decrease the stretch. Just breathe that slow, steady, softening breath. Nice. Inhale. Exhale, release. Octopus arms. Get the blood flowing again. Woo! Yes, other side now. Eagle arms, left under right. Yes, left under right. But the same variation, starting with your big X, working your hands together, and then crossing your wrists, if that works in your body today. Engage through your core, sit taller all the way from your hips up through your crown. Lift your elbows to the point where you feel the stretch you want to feel. Maybe it's slightly uncomfortable as long as it's not painful. Use your breath to steady you, to create softness around the resistance you feel, and to create ease in your body. Take an inhale. Exhale, unwind your arms. Octopus arms again. Nice. Great work. Now into angel wings. Bring your palms to your lap. Double check again with your leg alignment, knee under ankle, feet hips width. Begin to lower your belly down onto your lap as you exhale. So as you exhale, squeeze the air out, bring your belly down. Bring your gaze right between your 2 feet. Pause a moment here, get reoriented to this plane. And then when you feel comfortable, begin to release your arms down like your fingers are going to hang towards your ankle bones. Then fold your arms under your legs. You might interlace your fingers in a grip like this. You might grab your own wrists or maybe grab your own elbows. Use that connection to create resistance. Lift up, bring your arms up to the underside of your legs, into your hamstrings or maybe your knee pits. Feel the rounding of your spine. If this feels okay, you can tuck your chin in, create even a little more rounding. Actively press up. It's similar to that cow pose we did. The cat. Exhale, release your grip. Begin to flatten out your spine. Belly back onto your lap. Gaze between your feet. Bring your hands to your thighs for support. Very, very gently inhale yourself back up to a seat. Take a few breaths to get there. And then just sit in your neutral spine. Get reoriented back into this plane. Nice. Now we're going to do a counter pose as another seated back bend. Bring your hands to your heart to start like we did before. Drift time. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend your elbows. Bring your prayer hands to the back of your neck. Maybe you put thumbs on your neck. Maybe you just work in that direction. Squeeze your elbows a little closer to the side of your head. Now from here, the back bend. Inhale, point your gaze where the ceiling meets the wall and begin to lift your heart up. Keep working your elbows closer to center rather than letting them drift open. Feel the lift out of your low back, creating the opposite curve shape to those angel wings we just did with belly on thigh. Nice. Inhale, begin to draw your gaze back to neutral. Exhale, right here, soften your shoulders, release the tension. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, thumbs to your heart. We'll pause here. Inhale, breath, lift your heart to your thumb tips. Exhale, roll your shoulders down and back. Do it again. Inhale, lift your heart, press into your feet. Exhale, shoulders down and back. Nice. Take an inhale, breath. Exhale, palms to your left. We're about halfway through our time together. We'll come to our most intense standing. Come to standing. I'm going to work with the chair in front of me so you can see what I'm doing. I'll turn for some variations. You might choose to turn with your chair at your side so it's not in front of you, not in your way. Find what works. We're going to start with half staff. So for half staff, bring, if we're facing this left direction, you're standing on your right foot, chair in your right hand. Inhale, lift your left knee up like this. Nice. So I'm going to turn for you. Make sure you have ankle under knee. Flex your toes back to your kneecap. Make sure that your left hip is down in line with the right. Hand on hip can help you feel the movement there. Soften through your standing knee, your right knee. So you want to avoid locking out the joint. Engage through your leg muscles, front and back. Now I've been letting go of the chair. You might try that too. Challenge your balance on one foot, even if it's just for a second. Using your core to lift your knee, just like we did in the chair earlier. Take an inhale. Exhale, put your foot down. Nice work. Now stand on your left foot, roll out your right ankle, your knee, even hula hoop your hips, whatever releases the tension from standing. And we'll move into tree pose. Back onto your right foot. Inhale your left foot up. You can connect it inside your thigh, below your knee at your calf, or even bring your left toes to the earth, cup your right ankle bone with the arch of your left foot. In your variation, work your knee further back, but your left hip point forward. So you're creating some opposite movement here. Press your foot into your leg back into your foot. Create stability through equal and opposing action. Check in with your right knee. We tend to lock when we stand. It's counterproductive. Soften and get stronger. Option to release through the chair. Option here to even bring hands to heart if you're feeling stable. Make this more of a prayerful, meditative pose. Strong, still, calm, like a tree. Nice. Take an inhale breath. Exhale your knee forward first, then your foot to the earth. Stand on your left foot, shake out your right side. Whatever it takes, again, to feel the release so you can re-engage your strength. One more posture on this side. Stand on your right foot, bend your left knee. So it's coming up behind you. Knees are in line one with the other. You can grab your ankle or your pant leg like this, or you can curl your heel in without using your hand, engage your hamstring, make it a strengthening exercise. So quad stretch or hamstring curl, use your knees side by side to create alignment and level hips. Option to release both hands, take an inhale. Exhale, release down. Nice work. One last time, stand on your left foot, shake out your right. And then move, either turn your chair or move to the other side. Find a way to work on the opposite leg, standing on the left foot now. Beginning with the right hand on hip. Inhale, half staff. Right knee comes up. Ankle under knee, knee in line with hip. It's a 90-degree bend. Make sure that your right hip is soft down in line with your left. Beautiful. Again, lifting from the core, and your quad and your hamstring soft in your knee. When we stand on one foot, we tend to roll on the ankle, shifting our weight. Picture your foot like a rectangle. Balance your weight in all four corners, beneath your pinky toe, your big toe, and the two sides of your heel, using every piece of your foot to connect and balance on the earth. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, release down. Shake out your left side now. Beautiful. When you're ready, back on your left foot for tree pose. Inhale, right foot up, either to your inner thigh, at your calf, or toes on the earth. In any variation, you are on one foot, all your weight's on your left side. Work your right knee back, your right hip forward, those opposing movements there. Notice if you begin to drift into your chair, stand up tall, stack your body weight over your heel, and it's okay if you fall out of the posture. Come back into it. You know you'll do a little better next time. Option to release through your hands. Option to release through your breath. Are you holding your breath? Keep it flowing. Let it steady. Inhale, knee forward, foot down. Shake out your left side. Nice. Just one more posture. Same variation options here. Bend your knee. Align your knees. Either grab your ankle or your pant leg behind you, or curl your hamstring up with your strength like this. Squeeze your heel in toward your glute. Nice work. Whatever you've chosen, or maybe a combo, a little bit of one, then a little bit of the other. We tend to lean forward here when we lift the heel. Try to get your shoulders more over your hips. One more inhale. Exhale, release down. Last time, shake out through your left leg. Great. One-legged standing is the most challenging part of class. Come back into your chair, and we'll finish up here. Those of you familiar with the floor variations are welcome to find that, or use the other video for the floor variations beginning at a later date. Extend both heels forward here. Flex your toes back. Bring your inner calves and inner thighs to touch as much as you can. Inhale, breath tall through your spine, shoulders down your back. Exhale, hinge at your hips, fold down. Like we did one-legged variation, stretch your heart to your toes, flex your toes back. Keep rolling your inner thighs in and down to help avoid your feet splaying. Hands can begin to slide down your thighs to support your body weight. Maybe you reach your calves, maybe you even touch your feet. But if you do, notice if you begin to round through your shoulders, back up to where you can feel your shoulders reaching down to your hips and your heart reaching forward. Release through the low back, release through the hamstrings, breathe. Nice work. Inhale, slowly come back up. Exhale, bend your feet. Plant your left ankle under your left knee. Bring your right leg out straight-ish at about a 45-degree angle. And now inhale, turn. Keep your hips facing square, but turn your torso so your heart points to your right toes. Inhale. Exhale, forward, heart to toe. This time we're adding this little twist. Keep using your left hand on your left knee to keep rotating your left shoulder toward your right big toe. Right knee is soft, it's back. Nice. Here too, you can reach your hands for your toe. Use that to guide you in, but avoid rounding through your spine. Inhale, slowly come up. Exhale, bend your right knee. Plant your ankle under your knee. Left leg out about 45 degrees. Hips stay forward, but turn your torso to your left toes. Inhale here. Exhale, fold in. Still thinking about hinging at the hip rather than rounding through the spine. Using your right hand for leverage to roll your right shoulder to your left toe. Working to feel a stretch at the left outer hip and low back. Targeting those, what are usually problem areas for most of us, places we hold tension. Keep melting your heart in. Let the exhale soften you down. Nice, yogis. Inhale, slowly come back up. Exhale, plant both feet. Turn your feet open, seated horse again. This time we're going to lower our belly down toward parallel with the earth, just to your degree of comfort. Take an inhale. Exhale, begin to hinge at your hips, adding an inner leg line stretch to the low back strengthener. If you were seated on the floor, you would have your legs in a wide V and be working to lower your heart toward the earth between your knees. Nice. Inhale, gently come back up. Exhale, turn your toes forward, but keep your feet pretty wide, wider than the neutral stance. Let your knees knock in toward one another. This is fallen bridge. Knees do not have to touch. You're just surrendering inward, releasing engagement, creating a bit of an outer leg line, outer hip stretch. But stay strong through your core. Lift up. Shoulders down, crown tall. Nice. Breathing into the stretch here. Engage your imagination. Imagine you're making a triangle from your knees to your hips, the two sides, and the base is across your low back. So you're creating length and width there by knocking your knees in. Sometimes understanding what a posture is meant to do in the body can help you tap into the experience you're having to create the stretch that you're seeking. Inhale, open your knees. Exhale, walk your feet together for butterfly legs. It's like the soles of your feet touch, maybe just the ball mounds and your big toes. Maybe you get all the corners of your feet to seal together. Knees open wide. This is just gravity's pull. Make sure that you're comfortable in your chair. You're always welcome to slide forward or back. Get to the place where you feel stable and safe. From there, you can always pull your heels closer to your chair if that creates a better stretch for you. Or again, slide them out if the stretch becomes too intense. Working into the inner leg line, doing a lot of work there because we tend to neglect it in our daily activities. Think about your low back here now as the knees fall open, the low back stretches, using two opposite movements of the knees to create similar experiences in the low back. Beautiful. Bring your hands outside your knees. Help yourself out. Inhale, draw them together. Plant your feet back right under your ankles. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, drop your knees to the left. Now, shift in your chair so your right hip can lower down. This is an outer leg line stretch and a low back twist. So bring your left hand to your left knee, maybe right hand to hip, and begin to work yourself to the right side of the room. Since your hips are facing left, rotating is going to feel more like squaring forward. Maybe you begin to turn your gaze to the right a little bit. It's a combination of a passive low body stretch and a little bit of activation in the upper body. Beautiful. Inhale back to center. Lift your knees, turn your torso. Exhale, drop your knees to the right. Shift your left hip down to make room. Let gravity pull on your knees, hands against knee and thigh to turn your upper body. Upper body begins to square, maybe open left gaze turns left. And breathe. Feel how the breath softens you. In yoga and in any moment when you need a deep breath, when you need to let something go. Lovely. Inhale back to center. Wonderful. Plant your left ankle right under your left knee again. And interlace basket grip beneath your right thigh. This time we're going to extend the right leg long. Shoulders back and down. Knees soft, toes flex. Working into the hamstring a little more actively, this time pulling your knee into your heart. Your knee may continue to bend as you get closer. That's fine. Do send some energy out your heel, not to strengthen or lengthen the knee, but just to avoid the leg being too heavy in your hands. A little bit of engagement will release the sense of dead weight. Nice. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knee, plant your foot. Switch, basket grip under your left leg. Lift up and then extend your heel forward. Begin to work your knee closer to your heart. Use some arm strength here. Lift and lift. Lift your heart more. Make it further from your knee. Pull your knee in a little closer. Watch out for your toes rotating. Point them straight up. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knee. Plant down. Great. We're going to do one more strengthener before we do a little more relaxation. Begin to lean forward about 45 degrees. Point your gaze forward and down so the back of your neck is long. Shine your palms down to the floor beside you. And begin to lift your elbows toward the sky. So it's like airplane arms, like little kids flying around the yard, pretending they're airplanes. We're doing it here for the triceps. Squeeze your shoulders closer, your elbow tips closer. Squeeze the backs of your hands up to the ceiling and your pinkies in. Stay with me. Keep breathing slow and steady. Take an inhale. Exhale, release. Palms to your lap. Shoulder shrug. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Nice. Slide your palms forward back to seated cow-cats. Inhale, cow pose, belly forward and up, shoulders down and back. Open your throat. Inhale. Exhale, round in, tuck your chin, flex through your spine. Inhale, seated cat. Exhale, seated cat. Listen to your feet. Inhale, seated cat. Exhale, seated cat. Inhale, sit back up tall to a neutral spine. Take another inhale, grow taller. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. like we started. Notice if you're still feeling that sense of openness you created, if you're feeling even more open and relaxed, or if some tension has returned. Inhale through center. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. We use yoga to notice, to tune into our bodies, to experience our reactions. We do not use it to judge or criticize ourselves. Just breathe. Breathe deeper. Explore deeply. Inhale through center. Exhale, chin to the right, turn. Inhale, center. Exhale, chin to the left. Strong through your core, stay engaged. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, chin to chest. This time we'll roll ear to shoulder, ear to shoulder. Never rolling back or crunching the back of the neck. Just moving through the range of motion in a semicircle. Feeling places where tension still lingers. Maybe that's something to work on another day. And with your chin at center, inhale, lift your gaze. For a variation of broken wing, extend your right arm back, grasp the back of your chair. To the extent that it feels good, let your body weight fall forward to create a stretch. If you need a little less, bend your elbow, lift your torso. Using your body weight to stretch through the shoulder, add a little twist if you want. Turn your gaze, your heart to the right. You may feel this in the back of your ribs, underneath your armpit, behind your shoulder blade. Again, if it's too intense or painful, back out. Inhale, sit back up, release your grip, switch sides, left hand back. Grab your chair, hold firmly, and then fall forward. Gaze is a little bit forward and down so that your neck is long. Avoid compromising the long spine. Begin to rotate if it felt good on the first side. See how it feels here. If it's different, if it's not as good, if it's better, that's fine. Just breathe. Stretch, experience. Nice. Inhale slowly, come back up to neutral. Extend your right leg long, put your toes back, cross your left ankle over. Very gentle IT band stretch here. Start with an inhale. Exhale, begin to lean forward. Maybe you can intensify this stretch if that feels good. If it's too much, come back up to seated. As with any of these forward folds, you can slide your hands forward, connect to your feet or at your calves or your shin. Nice. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, uncross and recross the other way. Find your variation. You could be seated the whole time. That might be enough stretch for you. Or after an inhale, and in front of you, get longer in your spine. Use your core to support you and your hands, either on your thighs or your shins, at your calves, or reach for your toes. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, uncross. Replant your feet. Hold your hands behind your head. We call this gazing at the clouds pose. Imagine you were lying on your back beneath a tree, looking up at the beautiful blue sky. Find a little bit of a lean back just to create more weight in your hand. Gaze slightly up just to avoid crunching in your throat. It's a shoulder opener. It's quite engaged here. Strong in your feet. Nice. If it becomes too intense before I cue the release, feel free to release for yourself. Otherwise, breathe a little more deeply, and despite the engagement, bring in that sense of relaxation lying under a tree. Nice. Take an inhale. Exhale, release. Come back up to sitting tall, shoulders right over your head. Roll out your right wrist. Different than the stretch we did, just a movement side to side, flex, claw at your fingertips, and down. Left side, roll out your wrist. Nice. Flex, claw, windshield wiper. Good. Bring your hand back to your lap. If you are working on the floor or would like to take this final posture there, we'll move into Shavasana, a final resting pose. If you'd like to stay in your chair, the chair variation is just to slouch for once. I give you permission. Take an inhale breath and exhale, slouch back. Let your back touch the chair. Hands on your lap or hanging by your side. Tuck your chin. Feel your body heavy and relaxed. Not heavy like you have to carry your weight today, like you can surrender it in. Notice your slow, steady breath. Try to slow. Shavasana means final resting pose. You deserve it for the work and the intensity you built in the class today. We also need it. All the work, all the stretching doesn't do us any good if we don't integrate that experience. We don't notice how our bodies changed, how we feel, where we may still need to do some work. No yoga class is an end unto itself. It is always just the beginning of deeper understanding, beginning of deeper calm, the beginning of a deeper connectedness to ourselves, maybe to the Creator who made us, what we are able to do, what we're able to do. Two more breaths. Deep, slow inhale. Feel your lungs fill up. Slow, steady exhale. And big inhale, breath. Slow exhale. Inhale yourself back to a seat. Find your neutral pelvis beneath you, ankles under your knees. You can keep your eyes closed if that feels relaxing, if it helps you stay connected to the Shavasana experience. We'll finalize our practice with one breathing exercise, something you can take with you today. This is called bear breath. It is particularly helpful if you have trouble sleeping at night. It can be a way to calm your thoughts, bring your attention back to your breath, to your body. It's like this. It's a 3-count inhale, slow and steady. Hold at the top with your full lungs for 3. Then exhale slow and steady to my count 3. Hold at the bottom like you're empty for 3. We'll do several rounds. Begin by exhaling all your air out. Inhale 2, 3. Hold 2, 3. Exhale 2, 3. Hold 2, 3. Inhale 2, 3. Hold 2, 3. Exhale 2, 3. Hold 2, 3. Inhale 2, 3. Exhale 2, 3. Sorry. Inhale 2, 3. Hold 2, 3. Exhale 2, 3. Hold 2. Nice. Return to your natural breath. Maybe a couple big inhales, maybe a more natural shallow breath. We'll close our class today with a benediction. Traditionally in yoga, we close by saying namaste. That means the light in me honors the light in you. It always makes me think of the verse from Matthew in our childhood song, "This little light of mine, you are all a bright light. Go shine it today." We'll close with this posture, hands to heart, thumbs touch your heart space. Make a connection and invoke this prayer, that the love you feel for the people in your life, whether they're near or far, will be carried out in the actions you do, whether that's a direct interaction or maybe an email, a phone call, maybe a kind word that goes unacknowledged. Then inhale your thumbs up to your forehead, connect to your thoughts, and pray that your thoughts will be their highest, their best, that your thoughts will always be what the Lord would have you think. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, we bow together. Namaste. May your light shine bright. Thank you so much for joining me for 60 minutes of chair yoga. Have a blessed day.